Hey traders, it's Steve here from the Stock Index Trading Room, and in this weekly recap I've decided to continue the theme we worked on from last week. We're going to briefly go over the entry system that we call the X Phantom, and we'll look at that on a chart in a minute. But we're combining Smart Trapped Trader Oscillator and Smart Super Trend together to get a very nice entry system into the market. Now we're going to look at Friday, March the 19th specifically, and then I have a recap on our Smart Trade Marker software for the month and show you how we're doing month to date. So with that in mind, I want to share this with you. If you've never read this, please pause the video, read through this, and then come back and join us when you're finished. Excuse me. So here's the chart for Friday, March the 19th. And our entry system for this trade, this X Phantom, uses Trapped Trader Oscillator, a little different look than our traditional TTO. And there's some more things coming with this that we'll share with you in the future. And Trapped Trader Oscillator is coded and designed to identify where too many people may be on, in this case, the short side, and the market responds through those people and punishes. Too many people on the long side, and it comes down. Too many people on the short side, and it works up. And it sort of identifies where the market is stretched too far and is likely to respond, maybe to a pullback in an established trend and maybe to change trend. So all of our indicators that we use on this chart, and we'll just go through the two we're using for this, Trapped Trader Oscillator and Smart Super Trend, are these cyan and red hash marks that you see throughout the chart. They are brilliant at identifying local support and resistance. So when local support or resistance gets taken out on a reversal bar, you can see the results are pretty spectacular. Now, all the tools we use in the system that we build everything around were developed, coded, tested, traded, revised by World Cup trading champion Rob Mitchell, and Rob's working as hard now as he has at any time, updating, upgrading, and bringing new ideas to our members. So we get to piggyback off of his work, which is truly pretty spectacular. So everything, Smart Renko bars, everything that we use, and in this trade, we're only going to look at two. We're going to look at Trapped Trader Oscillator, which is in this first panel below the price bars, Smart Renko bars, and then Smart Super Trend, which is located throughout the chart here, and you'll see those, and we'll talk about those. So what we do for this trade is very simple. We look for a reversal bar that breaks or engulfs, in this case, resistance, local resistance, and we'll work up through that a majority of the time. We're looking for a down reversal bar that breaks through support or engulfs this line directly beside the reversal bar. See, here's one, and here's one. And we have some over here. Here's a nice one. Here's one. And then we saw these two. There's one. There's one. So you'll see these as the market starts to move. And it gives us a nice advantage in entering the market. And then you can use your skills to follow if you like, or trade short, medium, or long term. That's totally up to the trader. Our Smart Renko bars, our Smart Renko bars are 8 ticks for a reversal bar. Now there's a reason we use 8 ticks, there's basically, it sort of denotes a either an establishment or a reestablishment of local trend in the ES. And our continuation bars are 4 ticks in nature, or 1 point. So when we start to recap and we show an entry, and then we show 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, this went 7 points before it reversed. Well, that's up to the trader to decide how they want to manage everything that they do. So a note about signals, which we use totally for market entries. We're going to show you what's happened for the month of March in a recap. We don't know if come Monday, if any of those will ever work again, and we don't know if any of those will ever fail again. No one knows the future. We believe in a stock index trading room that the future is going to be more like the past rather than less like the past. You can look at 5-year-old charts and you can find these then as well as today. And we just believe things are going to continue more like they were. And that's how we approach this. But when we talk about our signals and we show those and mark those and show recaps, you know, future performance has nothing to do. I mean, past performance does not forecast future results in any way. So we have that taken care of. We get that out of the way. And so now we're going to look at X just simply means Trapped Trader Oscillator is in an extreme. And so we don't have to guess. We've created a template that is embedded into Bloodhound, and it reads this green line and this green line is 80 and 20. And if our reading when Trapped Trader Oscillator gets below 20, even a decimal point, then it reads, okay, we are undervalued here with Trapped Trader Oscillator, likely to go up. When it's red, here, 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 it's reading that we are over the 80, over the 80, over the 80. Okay, and we're likely to come down. So the trade is simple. We have an engulfing bar, a reversal bar that engulfs a prior SST print, has to be right beside it. Has to be right beside it. And the reason is when the market's reversing here, this is already here and this bar is printing through it before it finishes. So we know sometimes well in advance that we're going to have a signal, okay, which is a nice benefit to have when trying to make an entry, is to know, okay, sometimes well in advance, this bar may take a bit of time to form, and we'll know well in advance, okay, if this completes down and it's simply 8 ticks from the top body, we know where it's going to complete down. We know well in advance what the scenario is, and so there's no surprises in this. So Trapped Trader Oscillator in an extreme, and we've coded this little cheat sheet in Bloodhound that it reads this for us. And the reason I bring this up is that we look at this bar right here, okay, on the right side of the screen, and boy, that looks like that's right on the line and we can't quite tell. And now, while most of our members, probably all of our members that trade this would enjoy this signal and would have gladly entered the market, it's not marked, it's not denoted, so we don't put it in our recap. The thing, what we show you, the results we show you are absolutely proven, no ambiguity or subjectivity at all. Okay, only objectivity and applying consistent methods in the stock index trading room. So let's get started here. Blue vertical line is the market open, and we come down here, and here's what we're looking for. It's very simple. We look for a green notation that says Trapped Trader Oscillator is undervalued. Okay, check. Then we look and we see that it's going to engulf this SST print right here. Check. Okay, so we're going to come over here to trade markers, and we're going to buy that. And so what we have here is we have one trade. We leave it at 1 point. We'll adjust this in a minute. But it's quicker to load this way. So we have one trade for 1 point, and you can see it's 100% winner. So we come and we look, and oh no, we would love to have had that. And we have other entry methods. Okay, we have other entry methods. And this one's close, but we can't put it in the recap because it would be misleading, and we're not going to do that. You deserve better than that. So here we look on the very right side of our screen, okay, and we have a green mini racing stripe. Bloodhound is saying I read this under 20, and we reversed. We're undervalued. We have this little SST engulfing, so that's a buy for us. So we're just going to put a little buy mark there. And then we look at this red TTO in an extreme, and it reverses out, but we don't have the engulfing pattern that we're looking for. So this is not a trade for our system. Green, nope. Green, nope. Red, no. Green, nothing here. Red, oh, there's one. So we'll go ahead and mark that one. Okay. And then we look for green here. Now, sometimes we'll get these at reversals. That makes those really nice, but nothing there. Here we get a signal, so we're going to sell that. Okay. Here we get a buy signal. This is kind of unusual that this is because structure is so large that our reset boxes is rather large. And so we're going to get these nice entries that go in our favor inside a reset. So here we have a red notation. TTO is in an extreme. And we have some other factors that are involved that tells us why this is such a spectacular entry. But we're just doing a real simple trade program, strategy, system, whatever. Now here we have a signal. We use a 15 tick stop. That's totally up to you, but you'll see why it over a long period of time tends to be the most profitable. But again, that's up to the traders. We just show you what is real. So here we have a really nice situation. Thank you very much. We have a phantom here, but we don't have a TTO undervalued reading. Okay. We have one on this bar, but we don't have the IndicatorSmart SST. So we don't have a signal there. Okay. We don't have a signal there. Now we use SST. We have three ways that we use Smart Super Trend. Here's another way. We get this large open zone and the market travels freely through that. You know, we talk about that in the room. We'll teach you that. Here's another example. So back on track, Steve. Okay, here's a red, and we have an engulfing SST print. We get green right after that, but we don't have any signals. It's up to the trader where they would hold it through this or not. Green, no. Red, oh, nope, at the bottom, that's no good. Red, yep. Oh, that didn't work. Okay, I wish that never happened, but if you've traded any, you know it does. So here we have a sell. We've got green here, nothing there, green here. We've got a little, mini at the top. We don't know it's a top here, right? Nobody knows that. And here we have a green buy, another, a couple of points and then reverses, couple of points and reverses. And let's see, nothing, green here, green here, green here. Oh, we have a little, a little short trade there. Let's put that in. Nothing on this red, nothing on the red, nothing on the green, nothing going through the lunchtime drag. Nope. Yep, we've got a entry here. Nothing on this red bar. 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 So this entry, that would have been a little it's a little choppy up through there, no problem though. So we have a green note here, no entry. We have a green note here, a very nice nice entry there. This we call a colorful phantom. It matches smart price band. This is a room favorite, but it's not an extreme. And so we can't mark that for this study. Here we have a red TTO in extreme or TTOX, and we have this red bar that engulfs. So we mark that. Here we have a green bar, nothing. Here we have a red bar, nothing. And we stop marking these at 10 till close. That's up to the trader. We had nope, colorful phantom here, whatever. But anyway, so that's all of the signals that were generated on Friday, March the 19th. And we're going to run back to the beginning so I can get that on the screen for you in case you have questions. Support at stuckindextradingroom.com. Let me get this out of our way. And then if you want to come find out more about us or come join us, go to stuckindextradingroom.com. Let's look and see how we did for Friday. We had 17 signals and 16 went in our favor for a bar. And this is a little bit better than normal, but not a lot. That's sort of what we see for that. If we want to trade for maybe a little bit longer, okay, I'm not going to do all three of these at once. We'll go, and this is 8 ticks or 2 ES points. Our win percentage is 88. Okay, really good internal numbers here. 23% edge, anything over 10% is good. Our profit factor is 400%. That means as this is set up with no management, we have a 4-to-1 reward to risk ratio, which is what we really work hard on in the room for our members. And then our expectancy is $66. And what that means is that every time one of these printed, that would be the expectation of asset growth in your account, win, lose, or draw. Okay, the expectancy was $66, which is a really huge number for 2 points. And then we're going to go ahead and run this up to, I like to make this a little bigger. Let's do it at 20. And our win percentage, now we're taking substantially more than we're giving. Okay, but our win percentage is only 53. Expectancy is not very good, in my opinion. But this is the way we have the month long, and I wanted to show apples to apples. This might have been a little better on this day at 16 or 15 or 21 or 13, who knows. What we don't do in a room is that we don't change willy-nilly to try to show you something that would be impressive. So if we were going to trade 1 at 1, 1 at 2, and 1 at 3, we would expect $148 every time one of these entries happened. Our reward to risk is 342%, of course, monster profit. But not everybody can trade 3 lots or wants to trade 3 lots, and we understand that. That's why we show you all of the different aspects and let you decide how you want to handle your account. We don't talk about any. We can do tick offsets. I want once it prints, I want it to run into my order by 1 or 2. That typically doesn't improve this, although you would think it would. We can move our stop around. We can move a break-even stop. We can trail it. You can take this software and literally spend weeks on a signal going over things to try to find a maximum advantage And we do that for the members in the room. Now I'm gonna move this out of the way, and I'm gonna pull over. This is the X Phantom for the month. Okay, we'll go and look and we'll see. This is the whole month of March so far. If we traded it 1 for 1, 1 for 2, and 1 for 5 here. 62%, very nice number, 62% when we're taking 5 more ticks than we're giving. You know, profit factor of 314%. That just means that we're 314% more likely to have a profitable approach, whether it's 1, 2, or all 5, than for it to move immediately against us. And that's there's comfort in that. So for the month of March, you can see some really spectacular numbers for this entry system. It's relatively simple because the entry denotation is signaled before this bar forms. We don't have to wait. It's like if that bar forms, it's a signal. If this bar forms through this, it's a signal. And watching this in real time, you can see this little red hash mark and this little cyan hash mark, and you can see the bar working down, bam, and there it goes. So that's the X Phantom entry system and some possible management techniques. We showed Friday, March the 19th, and then we recap for the whole month. Now we have other things we use in the room that are you know, right up in line with these numbers, and we would love, if this looks like something that you would like to take advantage of, we would love for you to come and join us in the room. stockindextradingroom.com. You can go look at that. There's a nice discount for your room membership if you'll watch that 7 or 8 minute video. So on behalf of World Cup trading champion Rob Mitchell and all of the members of the Stock Index Trading Room, I'm Steve, wishing you nothing but the very best in your trading.